Hey, thanks for coming and hanging out. I'm an Oldguy Gaming. And if you want to see this 50-year-old dude take on the hardest settings that 7 Days to Die has to offer, make sure you stick around and watch the whole video so you know how it turns out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that bell so you don't miss out on any Oldguy Gaming action. And if you've already subscribed, you, my friend, are awesome sauce.
Hello everyone and welcome to 7 Days to Die, Insane Difficulty and Zombies Always Run. I'm an Oldguy Gaming and I am basically having to run back to the desert base with my tail tucked between my legs. So if you didn't catch my stream last night, you might want to go watch that, maybe even before you watch this or right after or whatever, but the short version is that I tried to do Horde Night 49 on my little horde structure, fortification that I made in the desert base, and it didn't go so well, and they ended up killing me. And so I ended up back here at the forge house, way over back on the island, because this is where my current bedroll had been set. And I'm essentially going to have to run all the way back to the desert to get my stuff, because I don't have a spare mini bike or the parts to make one here. That's something that, I definitely will do. I just, I'm in the process of putting all this stuff together, get everything built, and I just hadn't gotten that far. Not smart on my part, so, priority number one, once I do get my stuff back, is to have another mini bike, a spare mini bike at each location, or at least the ability to make one. I wasn't planning on recording my run back to get my stuff, but I got to thinking this could be actually interesting because, we're almost back to the beginning of the game. I mean, I have no armor. I have no guns. I do have some guns in here, but I don't really have the ammo for them because I ended up, shooting up the rest of the ammo I had last night when I spawned in back here and still had, at least half of the Horde Night to go. This base held up really well for that horde, but I didn't really have any spitters in the second wave, but they did bust way in through this wall here. And I went ahead and repaired that, or filled it back in with the concrete. I still have a little more repair to do and some spikes to put back in. But before I do that, I need to go back and get my stuff. So anyway, the point is that, here I am running on foot back to my mini bike and all my advanced stuff with no armor, real basic weapons. And this could actually get interesting. So I figured, what the heck, let's go ahead and just make an episode out of it and see what happens. So here we go. All right, so we're kind of back to not quite the beginning of the game because, I have my levels and I do have a good quality crossbow and a good machete, but I do need to be careful. I'm not going to go picking fights if I don't have to until I get back to my stuff. So we'll just see how that goes. Now, as weird as it might sound, I was actually quite pleased that I got my ass kicked last night. Because, again, it kind of goes back to the whole reason why I'm playing this game on insane difficulty with Zombies Always Run. Here I am, level, what am I? Level 139. I'm definitely into in-game. I got good quality equipment and guns. And I still have to be careful. I could still get killed as last night illustrated. So, speaking of being careful, crap. No, don't hit me, I don't want a broken leg. Okay. We could pick up some aloe while we're at it, because I could use some bandages. Do you have anything good on her? Oh, I could wear a dress. I probably should not even mess with him. I don't need to. We'll pick some yucca and some aloe along the way. So that way, we're trying to be somewhat efficient with our time here. I need one more aloe to make a cream. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to scrap these guys so that I can make bandages. Since I just took some damage there. There we go. So I'm not, expecting this run back to be too bad. The worst thing that could happen is that a running horde catches me. And, with no way really to get away from him. At that point, I have to fight him and see how things went. But yeah, it's it just makes the game still very enjoyable, even when you're this advanced on these settings. Because by now, if I was playing just the normal game, I'd probably pretty much be done with this playthrough by now. Because, it's just not really a whole lot of challenge left. Other than, of course, the building, which is, my main focus right now anyway. But pretty fun, pretty fun. I had thought about, well, actually, I had even started making I wouldn't really call it a road, but the line that goes from here, where the red markers on the bridge, all the way back to, basically to the city, just kind of clearing a path so I can just, make a straight shot. I wouldn't do, like I said, I wouldn't do anything like in terms of leveling it out or paving it, but just get all the stuff out of the way, the cactus and the yucca plants and that sort of thing that would block my mini bike. And so that's something that I probably will work on, but that's boring as hell, so I'll probably do that off camera. I don't even know if I would stream that, but we'll see. Alright, so let's make our bandage here, and then we'll pop that thing. Oh, I guess I already had a few bandages. I do have a bedroll on my toolbar that I'll plop down really quick if I get into a really bad spot, assuming I remember to do that. Cowboy zombie. Come here. Alright, screw you. Now he's probably coming after me. Oh, way to pull up at the last minute there. We'll trade hit for hit. Except for if I have anything to say about it, you're the one that's going to die, not me. Oh, hey, check that out. Stoke. There we go. Can't see very well because of my beard. We might as well puff on a stogie while we're at it. Why not, right? Okay, so we'll just keep picking up stuff as we go. My backpack should be on top of the Horde Fort. I'm hoping it's there and didn't like glitch through or something. And by the way, even had I not, well, what killed me was cops. That Horde Night was throwing cops left and right at me. In addition to other nasty stuff like, the irradiated whites and all that. And I just got hit by the spit one too many times, and I didn't really have a spot on that platform, that I could hide behind. So if I were to continue using that platform, which I don't think I will, because they were hitting the supports. I mean, it was in a bad situation all the way around. But if I were to continue using that, the first thing I need to do is I need to get some kind of shielding up from that spit. But like I said, I don't think it's going to hold up anymore. It's done a very good job, for the early hordes, but just not up to snuff anymore with these later hordes. Man, hold still so I can hit you. And then bleeding. See? This is dangerous. I could still die right here now. need to try and get a headshot off on this bastard. There we go. Alright, let's go a little more carefully here until I get some health back up. It's funny, you know, I've been doing this series for so long. Where is he? Oh, it's just a crawler. And here we are, crouching again, trying to avoid detection, just like in the beginning. Got a girl, she's really fast. There we go. Thank you, I'll take your moldy bread. Alright, do we have enough? Oh yeah, let's make some more creams. And let's take another bandage. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of take it easy here until get my health back up a little bit more. So I'm gonna have to come up with a new design for our Horde fortification. I'm not planning on doing Horde Nights at, you know, the new base. I could fortify the forge house some more, particularly with, like, you know, putting shotgun turrets up, and that probably would hold up. The one risk about that, though, is if for some reason it didn't, you know, I lose all that stuff. So I'm kind of, you know, a little bit leery about doing it for that reason. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. One thought I had too was to actually build a fortification out in the water. What that in theory would do, and I have not tested this, so it may not work at all, I don't know. But in theory, the water might stop the cops from spitting. And if it did, you know, because they are by far the most dangerous thing about Horde Night is the cops. The rest of that stuff, you know, as long as you can keep them from getting at you, you know, even the nastiest of the zombies, you know, like the whites and so forth, I mean, they're not really a threat as long as they can't get to you. But the cops, you know, with the spit, that's what you got to watch out for. All right, let's make some more bandages here. I think we'll just ignore him and continue on. All right. Whoop. Oh, hit the right key. Alrighty. Now we're getting hot, and I don't have a poncho. That's actually not good. That could not go well for us at all. I think that killed. Yeah, she's dead. Oh, I'm getting some moldy bread out of this whole deal. Alright, you know what? I think I'm gonna, well, shoot, coffee's gonna make me even hotter, though. Alright, let's just run for it. Because if I start getting heat stroke, then my stamina is going to go down. Then I'm going to really be in trouble. Of course, running into cactuses isn't helping the situation either. I'm going to get ready to put this bedroll down in case things get really bad. Yeah, so definitely priority number one is going to be having a backup mini bike at each of my bedroll locations. There's that cave. Stamina's holding up pretty good, so let's just keep going. I think I have Sexual Tyrannosaurus level 4. So that does pretty good. You know, I don't know if 5 is even necessary. I don't even think I've ever had 5 before. Okay. Yeah, see, now I'm getting heat stroke. So even though I'm sprinting, I'm slowing down here. So I don't think shade really works the way it normally would, but let's see. Okay, well, maybe it does. Let's just chill here for a second. Drink another water. Yeah, it is going down. Maybe shade does help. I didn't think it would. Let's just stay in the shade for a little bit here. Yeah, other than that mishap I had with the wolf, I haven't really died that much, so I wasn't really thinking too much about having the, you know, backup bike and all that in place. But nothing like a little pain to remind you of what's important, eh? Okay, let's pop out of the shade and see if our heat starts to go back up. No, it's still going down. Yeah, see, I don't think the shade really mattered. I think it's just the way the game works. Okay. We'll just kind of creep on by. In fact, let's take another bandage as well. Don't know if that killed her or not. Yeah, she's still alive. No, she's not. Okay, almost there. Curious to see how banged up the fortification is too, because one of the last things I remember seeing before I was killed was that one of the supports was getting the crap beat out of it. A little far away there. Hold still, old geared. No. Bleeding a little too much there. Okay. Don't think that killed him. Now he's dead. One of the things they fixed in 16.4 was where the roads would sometimes have dirt spots on them. But it looks like that didn't carry over to this map, because I created this map on 16.3. But I haven't noticed any problems, though, and they didn't say that you had to start a new map. So, all right, let's see what the damage is here. Yeah, see, they were hitting on this pretty hard, and took out almost half of the spikes. Some of that damage was from me, though, because I was throwing a lot of pipe bombs and exploding crossbow bolts down there. But all that damage there is from the cops. You know what, though? This base actually is still not in that bad a shape. Because I could actually reach down through the cracks with my repair gun, my nail gun, and repair this. So, I don't know. I'd be curious. Oh, ladder's gone. I'd be curious to just see if we put up some kind of a shielding, you know, from the spitting, how it would do with one more try. I know you guys are saying, no, don't do it. It isn't going to work. You're probably right. All right, where the hell's my bag? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Before I open that, though, because that's going to be like completely full, let's drop a few things off in here just so we know we have enough room for everything. Because I was completely full. Alright, so where that needs to be repaired. Alright, hold on a second here. Those will save. We'll put that on. Oh, that's another thing I missed last night too, is I didn't have my... That needs to be repaired too. I didn't have my mining helmet with me, so I couldn't see very well. Alright, that down there, that down there. Those can go up there. Let's eat this. We'll get our health back up. It's also going to give me a heat buff, which isn't the best thing. Okay, so this goes here. That goes there, that goes there. That goes there. That I should be able to wear. The beer goes here, bandages go there. And we just need... I don't really care about the cigar, actually. Doesn't really do anything. Okay. We are more or less back in the saddle. So, I do need some leather. Let's take that. And I need some cloth also to make some more bandages. Take that wood. And I think that's all we can take for now. Let's drink up. Guys, yeah, my plan was after Horde Night was just to go back to the new base with a load of stuff. Oh, here comes some runners. Okay, let's not be around. These guys come through. We'll just let him run on by. Might be a little bit close. See ya, suckers. All right. So, I need to have a think about what I'm going to do with this horde structure. The adventurous and curious side of me wants to give it one more try, but with some way to shield myself with or from spit, and also probably with some shotgun turrets in place. You know, so this little base has done real good by us, so it might deserve one more chance. That's what I'm trying to say here. I don't know though. If you have an opinion, let me know in the comments what you think. You might want to watch last night's stream, or at least, you know, get about, maybe 2/3 of the way through it. I don't know the exact time that I started Horde Night, but it was about 2/3 of the way in, maybe a little over half, and just kind of see how it went. My mistake again was that I really had no effective way of shielding myself from the spit. And, you know, they would even be getting down here and then just spitting up through the top there and hitting me. So if I was to stay here, then I would have to come up with a way to be shielded from that. And I would also want to have some shotgun turrets in place too to help me kill them. Because it's to the point now to where the spikes, you know, they're certainly helping, but you know, they're getting destroyed before Horde Night's over. So we're gonna need some additional help with you know, killing everything. The other thing I noticed too is that when I did spawn back at the new base, I didn't really get any more spitters. I don't think I did. I can't remember. But they still kept coming. I mean, you know, it wasn't a deal where, you know, you get the first 3 or 4 big waves and then it tapers off. They were still sending pretty good sized waves at me, even after I died and went back, you know, to the other base. So that's just another indication about how, you know, my higher game stages are having an effect on how all that works. So anyway, with some method to shield myself from spit, and maybe with some shotgun turrets in place, it might be fun just to give this little structure one more try and see how it does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish repairing this. Then I'm going to go back up to the main base, the desert base, and make another mini bike and leave that mini bike here. So that way, you know, I have a mini bike at both locations the next time something bad happens, which it probably will. So that's kind of the plan. And I think we'll go ahead and stop the video here. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. If you liked this video, please consider leaving a like, and if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care.